What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Stephanie James, and today's topic on the road to 40 is traveling solo. Is it lonely or is it expansion? And I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this because I get this question a lot when people ask you, like, hey, are you traveling? You're going somewhere, you're going alone, like by yourself? Oh my gosh, you're so brave. I'm so scared to do that. I would never do that. And I just want to dispel some of those myths that people feel and just hopefully encourage somebody to take their first solo trip. So for me, I have been to 60 countries, as you guys well know, and a lot of those places I ventured to alone. The thing that I will start with is that just because you go alone, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to end up there alone, right? Ironically, there are people in every country in the world, every country and city. And so when you go somewhere by yourself, you will meet people when you arrive. And for my introverted people, I know you're cringing. I know you're running and hiding right now, but it is imperative that if you travel solo, you are open to meeting new people, to talking to strangers, to making new friends. I know Drake said no new friends, but I love new friends. I love a new friend, especially if they're good people. And so I think the first rule of thumb, if you're going to take a solo trip, is to be open to meet new people, talk to people that you're not familiar with, learn something else, learn something new, and just be excited. Just be excited about the place that you're going. The second thing would be to be inquisitive, right? Be curious about the place that you're going. You can study and do research and figure out different landmarks and different places that you want to go when you're there. But you're also going to find and run into things that are amazing. And then you'll get there and you'll tell somebody like, hey, I'm going to, this Teotihuacan, let's say, for Mexico City. And they're like, oh, that's cool. But this pyramid is actually even better to see, right? And that's coming from a local. And so it's so important to be curious and be inquisitive and be open to learn about the place when you get there, and to be open to speaking to people as well. The third thing about traveling solo is having a plan, right? And I think it's contradictory to what I just said because you have to be open to your plans changing, but it's really wise to at least have an outline. That outline can change, no problem. But it's so important to just have a definitive kind of outline of the things that you would like to see, the places you would like to go. And if that changes, maybe you're tired, maybe you're jet lagged, maybe you don't want to do it, maybe you meet some people and decide to do something else. All of that is fine, but it's nice to have an outline just so that you kind of have an idea of the things you would like to do when you're there. And that will give you some structure. It will give you a sense of control, although you probably don't have a ton all the time with things that can happen on your travels. And then I think we're just scared of the unknown. And so leaning into the unknown would be very helpful in this case as well. Just embracing that things are going to be different. They're not going to be like America. Maybe your shower is lukewarm versus really, really hot. Maybe they throw their bathroom trash away instead of flushing it down the toilet. Maybe their shower turns on differently, their sink turns on differently, their stove works differently, their dryer is in Japanese. All of those things will happen. And so if you just look at it as a learning opportunity or as cool, like something like, oh, wow, that's different, right? And I always say things are not weird somewhere else, they're different. Because we typically say that's weird that they do this, or that's not right that they do that. And there's not really a right way or a weird thing just because it's different than your own. So it's okay to say, hey, that's really different that they do it this way, but I'm going to lean into it. I'm going to embrace the differences in this place and the differences in their culture, their faith, their customs, and respect the place that you're in, right? It's so important that we respect the places that we go to. I've been to Turkey where I need to cover my head when visiting the mosque, and there are some tourists that abide by that rule and some don't. And it's just, if you're going to a different place, it is important to respect the customs and cultures that are there. And we want that. We expect that in the US. We have a way of doing things, and we want the people that are visiting, foreigners, immigrants, to respect our customs and our ways. And so they have the same expectation of us when we're going to these places as well. Other things that I hear when people are nervous about solo traveling is, where do you stay? How do you don't feel unsafe, like being a female and being alone? I think it's really important to do your research prior to going on this trip. So you can look up, I was looking at Airbnbs, but you can look at different Airbnbs or hotels that are near subways, near bus stations, near public transportation. If you're not gonna have a vehicle there, you wanna at least be close to public transportation. So you're not having to take long walks to get home alone when you come to and fro from your residence that you're going to be at during that time. I think it's important to know where you're going, right? Know where you're going to be, know what's around there. I tried to get close to like a grocery store, a gym, a co-working space. If you work remotely, that's really helpful. So kind of building your world around the location that you're going to be in, and making sure that that is a safe space for you. Like when you go home at the end of the day, you should feel safe in your environment, in your neighborhood, in the place that you're staying. That should be comfortable for you. I think that is like paramount to feeling safe when you're traveling solo in a foreign country. I recommend running or taking a walk or a bike ride or something in and around your neighborhood so that you can familiarize yourself with the surroundings as well. Know where your nearest bus stop is, know where your nearest subway station is, know where your nearest grocery store, your nearest gym, your nearest, understand some things that are in and around your neighborhood, some back ways to go. Figure out 3 or 4 different ways that you can get back to your location when you're gallivanting around the city. Right? All of those things are important. So then, when I was traveling in 2017 and I went to a different country every month, I felt at home so quickly because within the first 3 days of getting to a place, I would run the neighborhood, find the nearest grocery store, find the nearest public transportation station, and familiarize myself with my surroundings so that I didn't feel lost or I didn't feel like I was in this foreign land for the rest of the month. And I was only there for a month, so you have to move quite quickly in that time and space to acclimate yourself and just feel good, right? And feel comfortable. Like, okay, this is my hood, right? Like we feel good when we go home. We know our neighborhoods, we know our neighbors for the most part. We know our roots, we know all the different things. If you hear certain sounds, we get accustomed to the sounds that are in our neighborhood. It's really important that you do that in a new country, depending on how long you're staying. Even if you're staying for a short amount of time, it really helps to make you feel more comfortable and confident in that location. All right, so definitely get familiar. I think another thing about traveling solo is to, once again, be open to meeting new people. And you have to obviously use your discernment and make sure that those people are safe, they're friendly. You're not going to some really secluded underground cave with these strangers. But if you're going to a public place, a public location, you're going to have dinner in a public area, I think that's all fine, right? It's beautiful to make new friends, meet new people. You learn a lot. I've met people from Uzbekistan. I've never met anybody from Uzbekistan in the United States, but I met somebody from Uzbekistan in London, and he's amazing. He's great. Hi, Herman, if you're watching. But I think it's so important to learn about other cultures. And sometimes, depending on where you are, there might be different types of cultures in that same city that aren't from there, right? That are also visiting, that are also tourists, that are also nomads. And so it's really important to just build up that community wherever you go, because that also makes and helps you feel like home. The other thing I recommend is embracing the food. Because it's if you have a lot of dietary restrictions, it can be challenging depending on which country you're going to. I know in Eastern Europe, there's a lot of meat and pork and stews. So if you don't like those things, then Eastern Europe might be a difficult place to acclimate to. But they still have vegetables and all of the different things if you're vegetarian or vegan. But if your dietary restrictions are not limited, I recommend trying the things of the community, right? They really appreciate when you want to try their traditional dishes. When you're new to it, it's your first time tasting it, they're waiting to see your reaction. And they want to know how you like it. If you ask for ketchup, but they use mayo, they're like, oh, Americans, right? But it's just fun to try the food, to go to a show. When I was in Buenos Aires, I went to see a tango show. It was incredible. And that's just what they do there. But I'm not used to seeing tango in the US, right? So I think it's important to embrace all of the customs, the cultures, the food, the history. Maybe go to church, right? I went to a Catholic church in Budapest, and I'm not Catholic. I'm Christian, but I'm not Catholic. And it was great. There was a French priest. He was from Senegal. And it was an incredible service, and I had a great time. And I went to the Catholic Church a couple times while I was there. And just embracing things that are different than you is really important. But I hope that you will do your research, you will pick a place and be inspired by that place. I hope that you look at things you want to do, places you want to go. I hope you're open to meeting people and trying new things, be it food, be it faith, be it activities that you've never done. And I hope that you take a solo trip. If you haven't already, I hope you take a solo trip at some point in your life and then come back to the comment section and tell me how amazing it was and that you can't wait to do it again, because I know that's going to be the only result. If you have any questions for me after this video, feel free to drop them in the chat. I really appreciate you guys coming on this journey with me, this road to 40. Like, subscribe, and share this with anybody that you feel like will also benefit from coming along this journey. And I will holler at you guys tomorrow. Much, much love. Later.